Hello everyone, Someone Bart here, and welcome to a special Valentine's Day episode. It's Valentine's Day, the season of love has come again, and as always, it's time for me to look over a special for the holiday. And it's one that is not only pretty obscure, but it's also grounded within the Jim Henson Company history. And that special is called The Muppet Valentine Show. This special, aired in 1974, is mainly the first of two pilots for The Muppet Show, as it's a Valentine show where Wally tries to type and get inspiration for the show's theme of love, and sketches and musical numbers come up based on the subject, with guest star Mia Farrow joining in. Now, anything with the Muppets attached is always a good thing to see, but this one's not only slightly different, but it's not much to make me happy. Don't get me wrong, there are a couple of things in this special that I did like. I find the songs to be okay, for they do feel like songs for the Muppets to sing. But they tend to be a bit forgettable with their lyrics, and the tunes are only alright. The jokes and sketches aren't too bad, but they're very few, and a couple are predictable. Like one sketch has Kermit reporting on the Planet Cruise Band where he reports on the mating ritual of the aliens, and where it did give me a chuckle, it did feel weird with how it ended, and there being no laugh track in the entire special. And another sketch involves Mia Farrow talking with Rufus about what dog she likes to have. Like she wants a watchdog so he stands guard, and she wants a greyhound so he acts like a bus driver. Get it? And one interesting thing in the end credits, Rolf, Ernie, and Bert make an appearance, and they weren't in the entire show. Although when Ernie says, "Bert, what are you doing here?" it did get me. And though the show's theme is about love, the Valentine holiday is barely in it. Yes, the title shows it, Mia gets a card, and she and Thawne sing and dance against an appropriate backdrop. But that's kind of it. If there's more discussion on the holiday, or if the set is more decorative, I'd be okay with it. But just talking about love is underplaying it. And I felt the characters weren't given much to them, and a few are never seen again. Wally types out the show as it plays, which is fine, but for being the host, it isn't much. George the janitor has a thing for mops and is sort of grumpy. Mildred is nothing. Brewster's basically of old men cliches. Rufus is like Sprocket from Fraggle Rock, but with more identity. Droop is more of a depressed gonzo, and only two characters from this made it big in the Muppet Show and movies. Crazy Harry, or Crazy Donald as he's known in this, and Kermit the Frog, playing only as a side character yet has eyes that aren't right and plays his reporting role as like on Sesame Street, and he's the only character that I would watch, even in his songs and bits. Although one downside is the puppetry. While it is good, it almost killed the special with how some of the shots are done. There's times when the empty floor is shown, the bottoms of the puppets are revealed, and the heads of the puppeteers can be seen. Yet this is in the early stages as being an idea for the Muppet Show, but I'm glad that they tried, even if this isn't the format the show is going for. And as for the puppeteers who worked on this, they did a fine enough job. Frank Oz performs Rufus, George the janitor, and Male Cruisebanian. Jerry Nelson performs Droop, Miss Mousy, Thawne, and Female Cruisebanian. Richard Hunt performs Mildred and Big Mouse. Dave Goelz performs Brewsters and Crumpet. And Jim Henson performs Kermit the Frog, Wally, and Ernie. As a whole, this special is nothing much, but a valid attempt. The characters aren't much, the story isn't really much, as it's a variety show, the songs are okay, and the puppetry, despite a few flaws, is just as basic. Director Jim Henson did at least make a valid attempt to start the Muppet Show with a Valentine-themed episode, but the theme is only of one subject and the holiday itself is barely presented, and most of the pilot is a little dull and kind of forgettable. There are bits and pieces that would be prominent within the Muppet Show, and even though it's in the development stages with how to show the guest star, how to shoot the scenes, what skits and songs would work, and what characters to use, it's an attempt at least, but it left no impression on me, even when seeing it again. So today, this special beginner rating of 2.5 minus stars. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon. Till next time for a new video, and have a happy Valentine's Day. Hey, wait a minute. You didn't do a Muppet review about me, did you? Well, sorry, I just didn't have anything planned for you. And I'm also on a tight schedule to get this out, so I don't know where I can fit you.
Does this count?
If you want to.
Can I say something to the folks who are watching this?
Sure.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Why doesn't he explain how filming the special was like?